Alright, so these fuck boys are in my walls right now. I can hear them climbing through. You could just like put your ear close to this. Listen to their little pussy asses crawling through there. But what's funny is I found that these drawers, you see how there's a very small crack right here? So somebody, when they were doing maintenance or whatever, came in and they put some, let's see, hold up. So they put like some cardboard pieces right here, like really skinny ones, so that it lifts the drawer a little bit more, so that it has a crack running down the bottom of it, so that if they want to, I think they trimmed off some of this as well, so that they can from the way that they crawl into the house, they can stick like a little camera in there and they could see from the crack. So I think they shaved off this drawer, because look at this one, it's sealed tightly, and this one has been cut down. And they come and alter any little things in your house so that it can help them to keep track of you, because they need to have eyes on you at all times, especially if they're coming into your house when you don't know. So also, like this mirror right here, what they've done is they've altered the little springs right here so that one side is higher than the other, so that when it closes, it has a gap right here. See that? So they'll come and do little altercations to your house, just like there's a hole right there, right behind that. It's like a metal bar. Right on top behind it, there's a hole that a camera can probably fit through or whatever. But like, just to show you guys what I'm talking about. Their pussies start fleeing as soon as like I start talking about this. I can hear them like moving around in my building, and it's not just neighbors doing it. You can like put your ear to the wall and actually hear them moving around and stuff, because they're too close. Ever since I caught on, they try to be careful, but I could still hear their pussies like when they move around, because they have like a really strong scent. So there's a hole right there. Can't get through it, but they can stick a camera right through there, and there's a crawl space under the floor that goes through the whole building. All this this right here is a big opening where they crawl through, and I think they have a pulley system that can pull themselves up from the bottom floor. Eventually, they're gonna get exposed completely. Like, I'm just gonna fucking get through this shit and expose their asses, expose their pulley system, whatever I have to do. But they want to keep thinking that they're smarter than me. They're gonna fucking, their asses are gonna get chapped, and they're gonna want to fight me. Probably, I don't know. They probably won't want to fight because they're little bitches, but it's just the truth. They'll have like somebody else do the dirty work. They'll get their hands dirty. Plus, they have to ask for permission, because you have a lot of people, key players, that are invested into your targeting. They invest a lot of money into your targeting, and they want to benefit and make money, as much money as they can off of you. So they can't just do whatever the fuck they want. But yeah, that's like the way that they cross through the building. whatever. And I keep hearing them, like, I'll talk shit on my phone because I'll be rapping to, like, some instrumentals or whatever. And they want to grow some balls, like, every time I rap, when I talk shit. And they start making, like, noise, crawling through my walls and stuff. And then I can hear when they settle in because it's real close to me. And, I just want to show them how much I know, because there's also like another crack by my stove that they can stick out a camera from, because they need to constantly have visuals of you if they can't track you, because you're using fabric that blocks your frequency. And if you shut off your power to your house, that's also another thing that monitors you. So, you know, sometimes I'll just shut all this shit off. And there's no electricity, just your neighbor's electricity. And it's a little bit harder for them to monitor you, because there's through like Wi-Fi and stuff like that, but it has to get through the drywall and whatever else. They also have, I heard them sticking stuff through there, like through the heater. I'll put my ear close to right here. You can hear their asses close, so they can get in through here. I know they have a crawl space here, and they have a crawl space right behind that wall. And I think on that corner too over there. I've heard them. They can get through those three places. It's it has enough space for people to crawl through, because before they built these buildings, it's all framing, and there's just like gaps and stuff. They put the drywall, and then you can crawl through this inside the home. So on the bottom floor, they have a door that you can go through, and I'm pretty sure there's somewhere you could get in through it. And they probably have a key, or they have a trap door through somebody's house that they can gain access to inside the building. And it's just child's play to me. I always call them out. I could say, I hear you, fuck boys, you know. They've altered my house like so much, like it's just like crazy. But I'm not gonna go through all that. I just want to show you guys the truth of their little fucking pussy tactics. So if you live in an apartment, this is most likely gonna happen, not in a house, because they would actually need to crawl under your trap doors under your house. So it's most likely not going to happen under there, even though they probably could. They would just have to be really careful about it. And if you had more than one person in your home, you can go through multiple entrances and trap them in, and they would get caught. So through here, through this, they only have access to inside the building through their way. And the only way that I would be able to gain access is if I made my own entrance, which I'm not going to do, because then I would have to repair myself. And even though I could, if I wanted to, and just get their asses on film and just prove my point. But one day, one special day, it'll probably happen. And you'll finally see like the fucking fucktards behind, like, you know, behind the little sneaking around and shit, because that's their job. Like, they don't have no other, you know, pretty much line of work. They live in this apartment, and all they do is babysit little old me. And whenever I leave my house, they're giving information back and forth to other perps that make sure that once I leave my house, people know and are notified. So there's a bunch of these fucking people that live in my apartment. I'm not gonna go saying names yet, but they're pushing it. They're pushing it pretty close. And I don't have fear of putting your pussy ass on camera either. So let me see if I'm forgetting anything else. Let's see here. Oh yeah, don't use smart light bulbs. Use light bulbs that only have like a metal, and the smart ones are built to activate a certain chemical in your body that releases stuff so that they can target you with certain like chemical warfare and EMF and stuff like that. So just buy the ones that have like a metal, and that's it, just like this. But they can be bigger, but just like that. Let's see what else here. Let's see. Yeah, so I use RFID blocking fabric. Have a shit ton in here, and I ordered some more. I have some new that I haven't tried yet, but it really messes up their stuff, and you can even throw some aluminum in there, and it even makes it stronger. But then sometimes I don't like working with aluminum. I use it once in a while, and then I just stick to the fabric because it doesn't bother me. I don't feel any pain or discomfort or whatever. When I use the aluminum, they can focus certain energies, and my brain will feel some slight effect, but not anything major. But they can feel it too if you're targeted. They have so much energy connected to you, cell towers and satellites and stuff like that. And they also have perps that are picking up on those frequencies. They're relaying information back and forth to these perps, and that's how they track us. Not only with technology, but the technology is feeding it to them, letting them know that we're close by. It's just like a big grid, and they have a lot of different ways of tracking us. Because I've left my phone at home, and your SIM card they can track, so you have to put that in some RFID blocking fabric. You want to get a phone with a removable battery. Also, if you're using the fabric, they're going to try to, if you have a breathalyzer in your car, do not use anything. Just kind of, just bite the bullet, finish your shit, and then start using fabric, because they collect information on you. And what they're going to do is, if they can't scan you properly and get your frequency, they'll try to install some kind of Wi-Fi close enough to you, or in your apartment building. If you live in a house, they'll install it in your neighbor's house, and it'll be directed at you. So what it does is, I have Starry as an advanced Wi-Fi system on top of my building, and what it does is it's collecting information as you sleep. So whenever you're using these fabrics, in the beginning I didn't sleep with it, because especially aluminum or magnets, I didn't sleep with them because they can really target those and like make you feel uncomfortable. Your brain will be like zapped, and you'll wake up and you'll feel like really uncomfortable. So you don't want to do that. With the RFID blocking fabric, it doesn't really have any effect. You don't feel anything, and you're able to sleep better too. So if they scan you, you can just add other materials and you can change it. But you'll know when they scan you, because your targeting will go back to normal. So when you know that you're not being targeted, they won't be able to track you properly. Their timing is off. They can't pull up at lights exactly when they need to. They can't read your pretty much your brain frequency and your thought pattern. They can't predict it, or they can't read it. So they're off, and they can't target you. So pretty much you take the brain aspect out of it, you're able to block your brain, and the whole gang stalking program fails. So I recommend myself, I recommend this. I'm not saying to put your trust in this, but it's the flesh, and the battle is in the mind. So the flesh is weak, but the spirit is willing. You need to put your trust fully into the Most High, Yeshua HaMashiach. But if you want to protect your body, you can do that through prayer, plus you can get fabric. I mean, it's not, written in scripture that you can't do that. You're not putting your trust in it. It's just that you're using something just to help. It's not really a God or anything like that. You thank God that He showed you to this information, and it's helping you. But ultimately, if things really get really bad, it's not going to help. Like, no amount of protection will help us. Only God in the end will save us from anything that we face. So this is only a temporary fix. Their technology is getting more advanced. They'll find ways to lock onto your frequency, and then you have to alter it. If you alter any kind of fabric in any way, and even if it's just a minor way, they have to rescan you, because it's like them putting pieces of a puzzle together. So I do recommend that you guys invest into some RFID blocking fabric. I can put some suggestions in the description box. You guys can test it out and tell me how it is, but I'm gonna take some pictures of the fabric that I have, and I don't know if I can put that in the description. I'm pretty sure I could. And then this is the one that works for me, because there's two kinds. There's one that has little threads, like lines that go that are sewn into the fabric, and you can tell because they're just like the pound sign, but they're continuously, and they run through the whole fabric. The one that I purchased and that I like better, it's smooth. There's no lines in it. So the company that I bought them from, I'm not sure if they still sell the same kind, but I emailed them and I'm trying to get in contact with them to make sure that I can purchase it, because after a while, if you don't put something that absorbs your sweat and your head is touching the fabric itself, it loses its potency to block because it gets wet. And so you want to try to keep it dry as possible. So yeah, so I'll put the stuff in the description, and I'm telling you guys, I've seen like their systems fail. They can't track you properly. They're staring at their phones, not knowing what to do. They're like, it's like something that they've never seen before, because they don't really see it. Nobody will go to the extent of actually protecting themselves. So when it does happen, they're just like, they look at their phones like they can't believe it, and it just gives it away. It gives it away itself, because you know that it works. And that's how I figured it out. And I started to see that they were just like, what the fuck, like, why isn't it working? And they're just looking at me weird and looking at their phones, and I'm just like, oh my god, you guys are like so like totally giving it away. And I'm just walking for blocks on end, and I'm just seeing their whole operation crumble in front of my eyes. So I'm not sure if everybody's the same, but I'm pretty sure if it helps me, it should help you. So yeah, man, just trust me. I'm a freaking, you could look at all my videos, you see I'm not full of shit. I don't fake the funk. You know, I live by the truth, and I die by the truth. So if it helps me, and if I can help somebody else, then whatever. You know, I'm tired of these weak people and them thinking that, you know, they have some kind of hold over us, like if we're scared of them or some shit. Like, honestly, don't have fear of any of them. And I guess I have to show them. So it's just like, I don't know when they're gonna understand. Like, what do I have to do? Do I have to open a hole in the wall to like show them that I'm not scared, and like gaffle their asses up? Because trust and believe, like, they've been doing this for a long time. So if I get a hold of one of them, it's totally legal for me to freaking hurt one of these people, because I'm gonna say that they're trying to break into my house, or they're doing some illegal activity. And what the cops are gonna say, why are they creeping in the freaking building for? So yeah, whatever, you know. These perps need to be careful, because they're not fucking with just any ordinary TI. I'm an empowered individual, and you can't stop me.